Hello, welcome to a new video, another slang phrases vocabulary video. Today, we're looking at essential phrases, 25 that you need if you're going to go to British pubs. So let's start. Number one. So first, maybe easy one. Barman, barmaid. Can you guess who that is? Yeah, so the barman or the barmaid or bar staff is the person or people behind the bar who take your order. So usually in pubs, you order at the bar, not at your table, usually. Okay, beer garden. So in the UK, it's common in definitely country pubs to have an area outside with some nice benches and tables. So in the summer, in the spring, or actually in the UK, any day that it's sunny, you'll see people in the beer garden with their dog having a nice drink. Crisps. Okay, maybe this is new. Crisps. What are crisps? Well, British English. Crisps is British English for potato chips. So in American English, potato chips. British English, crisps. So if you're hungry at the bar, at the pub, you can ask, oh, sorry, do you have any crisps? And they will tell you. Events. Okay, events is not a British phrase, but yeah, many pubs have karaoke nights, pub quizzes. So often there's a board, check the board or ask the bar staff, are there any events? Gastropub. Okay, what is a gastropub? Gastropub. So these days, lots of pubs have kind of modernized, and a gastropub is a pub where you can get good food. So you can get good food or you can just have a drink at the bar. So yes, gastropub. Happy hour. Okay, possibly you know this. Again, they use this in American English too, or Australian English. So happy hour is a time in the early evening when you can get cheap drinks. So often people will go after work, they'll have a drink in happy hour. Kicking out time. Okay, can you imagine? What time is that? Okay, kicking out time is the common phrase for the time you have to leave. So, oh, what time's kicking out time? Oh, it's in 10 minutes. Let's hurry up. Kicking out. Kicking out time. Lager top. Lager top. What's that? Well, first, lager is the beer that you can see at the top there that I'm drinking. And a lager top is when they have a pint of lager with a bit of lemonade, so it makes it a little bit sweet. Landlord. Landlord. Maybe you know this phrase from renting, if you rent a place. But yeah, the landlord is the owner of the pub. They're the boss. So if you meet them, you want to be friendly because they can kick you out. Last orders. Last orders. Yeah, as it sounds, the last drink the pub will sell you. Often the landlord or some bar staff, they will ring a bell, ding, 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 and that means last orders. So if you hear the bell, it's your last chance to buy a drink. Lockin. Lockin. What is a lock-in? Sometimes in local pubs, if you're friendly with the landlord and the bar staff, the landlord can lock the door so everyone's gone, but secretly keep the pub open for a few people inside. So if you get into a lock-in, you're lucky. Rounds. Rounds. So in some countries, UK, Australia, we have a round system. So it's the system of taking it in turns to buy drinks for the group. So if it's you and a group of 4, maybe you buy 4 drinks, then this person buys 4 drinks, they buy 4 drinks, they buy 4 drinks, then back to you. So if you have a big group Everyone buys 1 round each. Yeah, that's the round system. My shout. My shout. Shout? Okay, my shout is like an offer. So it's what you say if you want to offer to buy someone a drink, but it's not part of the round system. So you'd say, oh, do you want a drink? It's my shout. Do you want a drink? It's my shout. So just you're offering to buy someone a drink. 1 for the road. 1 for the road. Okay, this is the final drink before you go home. You set off on the road. So you'd say, oh, what time is it? It's quite late. Shall we have 1 for the road? It means 1 more. 1 for the road. Pints. Pints. Probably you know what this is. So a pint is the common size of a beer. You can get half pints too. So I know in some countries, in Australia, they sell something called a schooner, which is not as big as a pint. In America, it's often common to get bottles. In Asia, you pour a beer into a small glass. But British pubs, you get pints. Okay, I won't say this, but psst, psst. So this is British slang for drunk. In American English, it means angry. God, he's really pissed. But in British English, it means drunk. Pub crawl. Pub crawl. What is a pub crawl? Well, a pub crawl is when you go crawl, crawl, crawl from one pub to the next, one pub to the next. So often in areas around a major train station or downtown, town centre, there might be 4 or 5 local pubs. So you'd start at 1, go to the next, go to the next. With the round system, so you could have 4 friends, you and 4 friends, and you go to 5 pubs and you do a mini pub crawl. Pub grub. Pub grub. What's pub grub? Okay, grub is British slang for food. So pub grub, pub food. So maybe it's a weekend, a Sunday. You say to your friend, what should we do for lunch? I know, let's go and get some pub grub. There you go. Go and get some food, some lunch at the local pub. Pool. No, British pubs don't usually have swimming pools. Pool is the game. In American English, often it's billiards. It's called billiards. British English, it's called pool. Actually, billiards is slightly different. Pool. So many pubs will have a pool table. So yeah, if you want a game, you can play pool. Red lion. Red lion? What's that? So if your friend says, let's go to the Red Lion, it doesn't mean an actual lion. So pubs are often named after animals, local geography, the royal family. So if they say, oh, let's go to the Red Lion, let's go to the Swan, let's go to the Dog, let's go to the Prince Charles, it means the name of the local pub, not actually a dog. Regulars. Who are the regulars? So the locals who are always in the pub are the pub regulars. And be careful, often they have their seat, so don't sit in their usual chair. You can upset the regulars. And the landlord will often be on the same side as the regulars because they're there every day. Snakebite. What is that? So this is a very British drink. It's lager with cider, which is alcoholic, like apple, fizzy apple drink. Lager and cider with some blackcurrant juice, which gives it the purple color. Snakebite. Again, it's quite sweet. Spoons or spoonies. What's that? Okay, a common nickname for a really popular pub chain, Wetherspoons. So Wetherspoons, they are all over the UK. Town centres, city centres, train stations, airports. There is often a Wetherspoons It's cheap, it's busy, and it's pretty good. So if your new friend or your new university mate or your new workmate says, let's go to Spoons, it doesn't mean spoon, it means Wetherspoons. Usual or your usual, usual. So basically, it's the drink you usually get. So if you make good friends and you often have a drink together, they will remember what your drink is and say, oh, let's get a drink. Usual? Do you want a usual? Your usual? So your usual drink. And if you go to the same pub a lot, sometimes the bar staff or the landlord might remember your usual too. Last one, winner stays on. Okay, so this is a phrase, a rule for when you're playing pool. If there are many people waiting to play, sometimes the person who wins will stay on, keep playing, and a new person will join them. So it's worth checking. Is it when it plays on? When it stays on? When it stays on? So check the rules. Okay, let's quickly check. So we've got barman, barmaid, or bar staff, beer garden, crisps, events, gastropub, happy hour, kicking out time, lager top, landlord, last orders, lock-in, rounds, my shout, one for the road, pints, oops, yes, pub crawl, pub grub or pub lunch, pool, red lion, regulars, snakebite, spoons, your usual, and winner stays on. Okay, check the description. There's links to 25 essential London tube station phrases, and this one too, and many other useful videos on my channel. All right, thank you so much, and see you next time. Pints, usual, let's go.